Attention, please.
It's the Daily Dose. Daily Dose. Daily Dose.
So next topic, Kendra.
Okay, what's up?
Dr. Ken, I want to pose this question to you. Is marriage a business or is it all about love?
Woo! Man,
Why did you get married? What was in the back of your mind
Woo!
when you decided I'm going to marry Hobart?
I personally married for love.
See, I don't agree with that.
Did
you really?
I married for love,
Okay.
but I got married later in life. So I got married at 33. So by the time you hit your 30s, it's a new game. It's big.
I think that's the game in which you marry for business.
You know, like it's
because you about that
business in your 30s. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You about that business in your 30s. In your 20s, I think you marry for love. By the way, I recommend no one get married in their 20s. Kick it, have fun, get your career.
Party.
Right? Don't
Find yourself.
wait. No one should be married before 30, man or woman.
You know what? I agree with that 100%. And that might be another topic, but you change every 10 years.
You do.
And I certainly, at 30,
Was
in
not
20,
the same
I
as
was
20.
so different. I was so
Yeah.
into different things. I
Different
mean,
people, different
Right.
conversations.
Right.
Different vacations, experiences. Like, you're just different.
I'm in 30. I mean, come on now. I'm into another decade.
Right. And how is she now?
You know, now I'm about different stuff. You know what I mean? And
She got that baby on her
you know
hip.
what I mean? It's just like,
She
it's
got that
tough.
engorged boo. So you think
Okay.
that you should marry for love?
I think that you should marry for love because love is the most powerful thing in the world and love is the greatest gift of all. So don't do it.
Whitney Houston, please
Don't get
stop.
married if y'all not loving nobody now.
But I'm going to disagree.
What?
Yeah, I'm disagreeing. I think that, listen, now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't love the person you're with, but I think the institution of marriage in and of itself is a legal contract, right?
Right, correct.
And when you sign that legal contract, you have entered into a business, a contractual relationship. So by definition, marriage is a business. And I think that if you're going to go to the point in which you're going to get married, you need to make sure that certain things are in effect and working properly and on the same path in order for that business to succeed. Now, I still think you should love that person, but I feel like you have to understand, you have to accept that marriage is a business. Because I feel like if you love somebody, you just be boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all can just hang out forever. You don't have to get married just because you love somebody. As a matter of fact, I think that if you just love them and y'all don't have that business in together, don't get married.
So what are the things that, like, okay, actually it'll be easier if I pose you an example. So if you love the hell out of a guy, right, passionately, you'll move mountains. Okay, he makes you see the sun, the stars, mountains, and the heavens.
Okay,
y'all know what I'm
after
talking about.
5, now we've gone to another 90s singing group. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, remember that.
Give me the sun,
Okay, she's good, y'all. See, we connected.
stars and the mountains.
Okay, so, are you saying that maybe I shouldn't marry guy A if he doesn't have his, let's face it, y'all, we're talking about having your shit together.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
So what if the guy I love a little bit, like, you know, I can grow, maybe it takes a little longer, but he has his shit together. Which direction are you talking about going?
If you're not all in, don't go to neither. Don't marry either one. You gotta, like, there shouldn't be a question, well, I kind of like him, but I kind of like him. Okay, well, you're just not ready. That's number one. That's just number one. Number 2 is you have to understand what the business is, right? Like, what are we getting married for? Because we don't have to get married for love. We can just be together.
But isn't that the
so if
basic
you're
requirement? Isn't that the basic requirement?
Is
though?
love?
Right.
Well, I mean, for some people, other
What
people,
about
it's
for
all
you?
about business.
What do you
for
do?
me, the basic requirement was love. Or is love. I mean, I got married, so I'm saying was at the time of my marriage.
Cool.
It was love at that point, but had he not had that business end, I would have never married him.
Oh,
I wouldn't have gone a step further.
Do you
As a
think
matter of
that
fact,
you
I
would've
wouldn't have even, no. I think that they're intertwined. Like,
I
I don't
think so,
even
too.
think that I would have loved him if he wouldn't even got through the front door.
And I was just playing y'all earlier, okay? You marry for somebody who can take care of you, who you can have a business with. I was just being a devil's advocate. But she's preaching right now, and the truth is coming out of me. Okay,
Well, I mean,
so I wouldn't even the love don't start unless you have ambition, unless you have a purpose or
ambition
a
is
passion.
sexy. Ambition is
Very
sexy.
sexy. Very. I was trying.
So like you don't have to have all your ducks in a row at that moment, but you better have potential for them ducks to be in a row. I mean, you better have ambition, potential.
And we're
you
talking
better
about
be on your way.
potential in motion, because a lot of
Yeah, in
people
motion.
got potential.
I'm not talking about potential and you sitting on the couch. Like, dog, I could do that. I could do that. So that to me is attractive. And that is what I was attracted to with Mac. And of course, we had things in common.
Right.
We loved each other.
And let's break down business for those who like business. But what is the business side of marriage?
First of all, let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Your credit score got to be on point. Right? I'm not fooling with you.
What's your FICO?
What's your score? What are we talking about here? Have you completed higher education? Have you not? Now, this is what was important to me.
Right.
What are you doing in terms of getting your career in order? Because at the end of the day, the business of the marriage is going to come crashing down if it's not in order. So, those things for me were very important.
So almost like the college of marriage.
Yeah, you have to have those
prerequisites. Okay?
Yeah, and then the business of marriage is, well, how will we be functioning as a unit? We have to buy a house. Can we afford it? What does your finances look like?
Adulting is very hard.
Do you know how to fill out applications?
Or do I have to do everything?
Right? Like I need to know. Then let's talk about taxes. Do you know how to file? Do you file your taxes?
Snap. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to hear from the IRS. I've incurred.
Let's over here like Wesley Snipes.
Right, like now I got your debt because you weren't responsible.
Right.
So I need to know. I need to know these things. Do you show up on time? I mean,
you like people to be on
I
time?
like be punctual. Be a man of your word. Are you coming through with everything you say you're gonna do? It's not always about money. It's about your word. Are you a man of your word?
Or but I think the most successful relationships is a good business relationship.
And there's advantages just like there's disadvantages to being married, right?
I think so. But
why would somebody get married? Like, why?
Because if he passed away, God forbid, then if he had a good
beneficiary.
job, then pension.
Yeah.
Hey, Social Security, it'll go to us. Okay, so these
healthcare benefits.
Boom, booyaka. We all need healthcare.
Yeah, Mac owns his own business, so I get healthcare through my company.
And then
there are tax benefits to being married.
Hello, you guys
get that
we need to
deductions.
think about the deductions.
Okay, this is the itemized list of the business of marriage.
And this is what a lot of couples are losing out on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as being a woman, hey, we're not going to be young forever.
Oh, no.
The vag ain't going to be tight forever.
Mine going to be snatched. I'm going to have to get it checked up every 15 years.
Hey.
That vaginal rejuvenation.
And we'll keep you posted on that. But it's kind of like we as women, you have to kind of look out for yourself in your future because, men, they could,
Oh, women are making moves now, right? Like women are now out in the workforce more now than they have been ever in the past.
So we really got to protect our money.
Yeah, let's talk about that business. Hit them with it.
So then do you even get married?
Or do you get a prenup?
Prenup. Okay, what's a prenup? When you have assets going into the marriage that you've obtained when you were single.
And you want to protect them.
Exactly. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Like me and my husband, we're broke together. We're on the same level. So we both graduated at the same time. So he wasn't working beforehand. So we both struggled together. So no prenup for us. But
I didn't get a prenup either. Although I did have someone tell me I should get a prenup. But Mac had more than me at the time we got married.
Did you guys ever talk about a prenup?
No, never did.
That's what's up. I don't have a prenup, but sometime in the near future, me and Hobart are going to get a post-nup.
Now that's you or him? Who wants that?
So I want that.
Okay.
Guilty.
She's the evil one.
Okay, so I want a post-nup. Why? Because there's things that I have put into my man. Okay. And I have built him up. I've been right there, wind beneath his wings. His wings right here.
Bette Midler. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Okay. So to help me feel even more secure is I want to post up. What that looks like for me, something like maybe I'll get some of his retirement money. Maybe I'll get some of his benefits.
You'll get that anyway if you get divorced. Well, maybe not.
Well,
That's
I don't
not
know.
true. That's not
I
true.
need my own
I take
rules.
that back.
I need
take
my
that back.
own rules.
Because
my
who
own
knows what
terms.
the courts will decide?
Exactly, my own terms.
Yeah.
So you never know. You know, I'm not going to take it for granted. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he might run off into the sunset with somebody else. You never know. So if your man really loves you, or your woman, they wouldn't mind to do something to ease your anxiety.
That's a way to put it. I'm going to say that to Matt. We should get post-nups to ease my anxiety of what could.
Right. You know, because
if you love
what
me,
if? What if?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a way to protect that money, that pension, that everything.
So, you know, if you're really my
partner,
partner,
to get a post-nup.
Girl, post-nup. So it's not all lost. Don't freak out if you didn't get a pre-nup. It's not all lost. We didn't, you know, because we didn't really have much to begin with. But now the things are, you know, for me, it's my husband. He's on the come up. So I'm gonna be right there with you. You coming up? Me too. And it's gonna start.
No, she's here and he's here, and they're going like this.
It's gonna start by us making a trip to the attorney's office.
Okay.
Okay.
So give me that attorney's number. Once you complete your
Matt gonna be like, "What are you giving my wife ideas for?" Okay, and it ain't nothing to. We securing the bag. Okay?
But you know what, men? That's a good point, because men are okay with having prenups, right? Like, society is okay with a man bringing a prenup to a woman. But if a woman brings a prenup to a man, I think people kind of frown upon that.
They question our love.
They do. But they don't question it when men do it.
Why is that? Why is that?
It's another ism.
You know, and so,
it's another ism.
Oh, do you not love your man? Why do you guys need a post-nup? You don't love him? You don't trust him?
Yeah.
It's not about him. He's a great guy. It's about me. Easing the what if. I play the what if game. Every
you
scenario.
never know. Don't put nothing past nobody. Just saying.
It's those nice ones that can hurt you real bad. Because when stuff goes down, that hurt and the betrayal that you feel.
I think it's all of them. You can't single out.
I'm sorry.
You can't single out the nice guys.
It's all of y'all.
You just gotta protect yourself.
That's
you gotta protect your assets, ladies. Because we've not been trained to do that. We've not learned to do that. It's probably not even socially acceptable.
And to even dare to ask for that.
Right? You seem like you gold digging with that. When in fact, you're trying to protect your own stuff.
And how come it seem like, okay, because I had a standard, right? So I wouldn't allow myself to fall in love if you weren't working just as hard as I am.
Yeah, you had to be on my level or higher.
Right. Like when we want to ask for this stuff, we get questions.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean? Like, so if I tell you, but women get shunned by their own girlfriends.
We do. When you first said post-nup, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, your girlfriends, but then, you know, maybe you should be marrying him.
But then I listened and I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
So it's from women shun each other. Why are you thinking about that? Why are you setting yourself up for failure? Maybe you shouldn't marry him. No. My love has nothing to do with securing my future.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. It's separate. It's actually separate, actually. Okay, so love and business of a union, to me, is separate.
Yeah.
I love you all day, but
that business ain't popping. We not getting married.
Sign on the dotted line right there. Love you all day, son. Sign right there.
Yeah. That's the post-nup we're signing?
That's right.
For the pre.
I'm practicing for the post because I missed that pre. Didn't have nothing for the prenup, but you know what?
Somebody didn't tell her.
He got something, and it's about him. He didn't have nothing, so it's about really him. So now he's about to have some stuff. I need to make sure that me and my son, that we're good.
I'm gonna have to get up on that post-nup.
Just don't let him watch this video.
Hit me with the lawyer, okay?
You didn't hear it from me.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't need nobody on my phone be like, what you giving my wife ideas.
Yeah,
okay.
She did. Okay, she did. But in general, I think we both agree that marriage is a business. It is a business. You know, hopefully you love the person you're with, and I think most people go into it kind of with that feeling.
Right.
But it's that business that I think you have to be very, very aware of. Because if you don't get that business in order, you'll fall flat.
So at the boyfriend-girlfriend level, if you guys can't talk about the hard topics, if you guys can't go to the boardroom and make decisions and compromise like business partners would have to, then maybe that's not the person that you could actually go on to the next level of marriage.
And here's another thing. Business is not just financial. The children, right?
Oh,
that's
so
a
talk
whole,
about that. I'm new at this.
Other bit.
Girl.
So that's another part of the business that you guys have got to be on the same page with. Right? You have got, how you going to raise them, how you going to discipline them, where they going to go to school, are you going to pay for private, public? I mean, all that stuff. You have to be on the same page with that. That part is a business. Religion, right? That's another part of the business. I mean, all this stuff, you have to have discussions about it. You have to be on the same page about it. Because like she said, when you go to that boardroom, you have to be able to compromise. You got to be able to talk things out. You got to be able to get on each other's, wavelengths.
Yes.
So, marriage, don't get it twisted. Marriage is a business.
So that business,
when you sign that marriage certificate,
yes.
you have signed on the dotted line. You are in a contract and you are in a business.
Girl,
so you better get with it. You better find you a great business partner, somebody that you can have great sex with.
Girl, because that's part of the business deal too.
We got to take care of that business too.
Because
Okay?
it can be a breach, disclaimer, breach of contract. Okay, if you ain't delivering the deed. Okay. Because
we need the goods. Now that you can test out before you start with that. Feel free to go on and test those waters. Okay,
as business partners,
right?
You will participate in certain activities
prior to the engagement of marriage.
So don't add us. You need love in business.
You do.
Okay, so it's not. We're not saying one or the other. Okay, we're not saying we're in a loveless marriage. Okay,
no, I love my man.
Okay. I will cut a bitch. So we agree that our viewpoint, and it's just our viewpoint. Let us know if there's different ways to go about it, because I know not everybody's the same. But for me, and obviously Dr. Tin, it had to be a little bit of both. So you couldn't get the love if you weren't taking care of your business.
Yeah, but don't neglect the business. I think that's probably where a lot of people kind of fall short, because they just fall in love and they're like, oh my God, I love him. You got to pause and make sure the business is important too.
All right, so this is our clap back segment, and this clap back is for Dr. Tin.
Wow.
Yes, or should I say Dr. Britton.
Oh God.
Married to Medicine, Los Angeles, season 1.
Okay.
So
I'm aware of it.
I've been doing some research, okay, and I've watched season 1. So a lot of people are saying Married to Medicine LA in general is boring.
Okay.
Like, what's up with that? You lived it. You were there.
Okay,
like,
well, I would say the expectation was for us to be like Atlanta, and we're just not. And so because they had that expectation, whatever that expectation is, it didn't hit it because we're different groups of women.
So they say comparison is the thief of joy.
Who's they? I want to meet this person. That's very philosophical.
Some smart people.
Oh,
okay. So
well, yeah, I mean, I think that was the
hands
problem.
down. The hardcore Atlanta fans are probably thinking, "What is this mess?"
They're into something different. And I'm sorry if we didn't give that to you. Actually, I'm not sorry.
Because it's for
it is what it is. We're in LA. We don't roll like ATL. So as an audience member last season, what did you think? Did you find us boring? Well, I mean, clearly I was not.
No, clearly you were not.
Okay.
But No, but I want to answer this question because I am still an audience member, as a matter of fact. I watched the show, and I can say that the reason why I think people thought it was boring is because you guys, number one, are being compared to the pioneers of it.
Yeah.
Married to Medicine Atlanta women. You guys are so different from ATL. It's like different stories, different backgrounds, and I think that with that expectation, and in the beginning when you're putting a group of women together that nobody's been on TV.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's hard.
Think about it. Having a private conversation with cameras
there, it's hard.
You
have to get used to it. Yeah.
And it takes getting used to. So let's be clear here. You're comparing a first season to season 6,
7, or whatever it was,
just everything. So even to the look, pictures, promos, all that stuff. So this is the stuff that I'm keeping in mind. Like, okay, so boring. Okay, so whatever you like for another show, this show isn't for you then. This is for a different set of people that can find.
But we're willing to give you a chance. Just come back to second season and tell us what you think.
And you know what? Come back. Even if it's to talk shit. You're either with it or not. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
And until next time,
Doses.
doses. too.
She does. She really, really does. But I cut you off. You're about to say what?
I
But
don't remember, but you know what?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgot what I was saying.
No.
God, it's hard not to cuss sometimes, is it? I was just learning for myself.
Okay. You gonna keep bouncing, or are we gonna start?
Okay, let's go.